that cash flow. No, this is the one. This is the cash flow that we have to work, right? This is the earlier one, no? Right? So here you get 51 million 712, right? 51 million 712 500 as the future value, future cash flow value, right? So the present cash flow value, what is the answer you got? Can you quickly tell me? My answer is this: 45,809
596
596 is 24, right? That is correct, right? So that is my answer. So now the next step is what? The next step, now we gave this sums yesterday for you all to do, do as homework. But before that, we will calculate the price of this and move forward. So we have now all three cash flows, the present value of all three cash flows, right? So I will write here the first. Now these are the cash flows, the future cash flows, and the present values are we have already have this 1,648,707.59, right? And the other one is 1,581,494.09. The last one is 45,809 45 45 809 596.24, right? So the total here is what is the total? Total is, that is actually the price of this bond. Total is 49,039 797.92, right? This is the total. Have you all got this? Have anyone got this one? Or everyone got this one, rather? So we can what is the price for 100 units? Just calculate and see. 49,039 797.92 divided by 50 million, no? 50 million. Then that is 98,795, right? So our price for 100 units is, now you divide this by 50 million and multiply by 100, right? 98.07959, or you can say 995. This is enough for decimals, no? So how do you get this? You divide this total by 50 million, right? And what do? You multiply it by 100, because we want to get 100 units price. So price of this bond is 90. This is actually, as I earlier also said, this is the dirty price, right? This is the dirty price because this bond accrued interest is also involved in that. So if you want to get the clean price, how do you get the clean price? You have to multiply this again. Why I am doing this? Because I just want to get the exact answer. Otherwise, you can straight away deduct the accrued interest from dirty price and get the clean price. But here we are trying to, do some 9, 7, do some fine tuning into 50 million, right? 50 million. Right? And this is for 100, no? So we have to divide this by 100 because already we have multiplied this by 100. So 100 units. So we are trying to get the clean price minus this minus. So this whole thing minus 150,550, right? Now again we multiply because we multiply it by 100 to get you need to have two brackets here, right? Because we need to get the clean price for 100 units. That is why we are multiplying it by 100 again. So then you get, now you get an answer, right? You get an answer. It is 797. It is 49. Just a minute. Can you all also do with me? Then you will understand this. Now here you get an answer 49,039, right? 49,039. We'll calculate together. Okay. Then you will 98.0795 into 50 million. Then you divide the whole thing by 100, right? You get 49,39,750. 49,39,750. Then from that you have to deduct 150, 550, right? So then you get 150, 550. Then you get this amount. I will write the amount. So we will put straight away 50 million also here. Why? I'll explain you, right? Right. Now you have this dirty price, right? So you have this dirty price. So you want to know the dirty price of this bond. I mean the full purchase consideration, full dirty price. Now we have calculated the dirty price for 100 units. 100 units dirty price is 100 units dirty price is so we want the one face value is 50 million, right? So we want to get the full purchase consideration of this bond. So then we multiply 98.795 by 50 million. But we have calculated this price for 100 units. No, so I am dividing it by 100 here, right? First we get the dirty price. We now calculated the dirty price. How did we arrive at the dirty price? We got the present value of these all future cash flows and we add them and we got the total of the present values. This is called net present value, right? This is called net present value, 49,39,797.92, and we divided it by 50 million. We divided it by 50 million. Why? And multiply by 100 because we want to know 100 units of this bond price. What is the price of 100 units of this bond? Because it's the norm that we give the price for 100 units, right? So we divide it by 50 million. 50 million is an amount, right? So we divide this amount by amount and then multiply it by 100. So what happens is then you get the dirty price in rupees. So 100 units dirty price is 98.0795. 98.0795. So now why we do this? We could have deducted this 150,550 from here. That is from the total we got, right? This amount. I hope you can see. Now we could have deducted the right. We could have deducted this 49 million. I'll highlight this and show you. This 49 million, this 150, 550 from this 49 million. But we didn't do that because we want to fine tune the dirty price, right? It's actually not necessary if you are doing a theoretical paper, but when we are doing practically in the bond market, this is necessary because we need to fine tune it. Because now when you get this 49 not 39,797.92 divided by 50 million into 100, you get so many decimal points. So we actually quote a price for usually for 4 decimals in Sri Lanka. 98.0795 is our dirty price. So now using that dirty price, we are calculating the clean price. Now how do we calculate the clean price? We need to deduct the accrued interest from the dirty price to arrive at the clean price. That is understood, no? Right? That is understood. So now we are calculating the dirty price for the entire face value of the bond. So we multiply this 98.795 by 50 million. We multiply this by 50 million because we want to get the full purchase consideration. But since we have here we have multiplied it by 100, no, so we are dividing it by 100, then only you get the purchase. Otherwise it will be for not for 50 million into 100, right? Some that is 50 million, 500 million, 5 billion you will be getting, right? For 5 billion. So actually since we have already multiplied here, we divide by 100. So now this portion is the purchase consideration. This portion which I highlight from light blue is the purchase consideration of this bond. That is the dirty price of this bond. There is a slight difference in the answer from this answer we have got here, right? It will say 750 or something. So from that we deduct 150, 550. This is the this is the accrued interest we calculated earlier, right? So we deduct that and we multiply it by 100 to get the get again the clean price for 100 units and divide it by 50 million, because this is for 50 million. This is for 50 million. So we divide it by 50 million to get for 1 and then multiply it by 100 to get for 100. So actually this part comes later on. Now this calculation, we have the dirty price here highlighted in light blue. We have the dirty price here and we have the dirty price here highlighted in light blue, and we deduct 150,550. That is our accrued interest, right? That is our accrued interest. So now, so then you get now this answer, this altogether this leaving 150 million. This part is your clean price, but we need to get clean price for 100 units to quote, right? Usually we quote for 100 units. So then we have to divide it by 50 million to get for 1 unit and multiply it by 100 to get 100 units, right? So, so try to get the answer here. What is the answer there? $97.7784 or what? Is this correct? Or 75 or 85 clean price? I will check the answer. 97.7784. Right? So this is the answer. So if it goes beyond this point, we will be adding, we will be rounding off this, but don't worry about that. 97.7784 is the clean price. So up to now, right? If you have any issue, just let me know. Have you all tried the homework? Anyone try to do that? Try to do that? No one?
I tried, sir, but my final answer is I tried it home, sir, but no, but my final answer is higher than face value. I don't know, it's my issue.
Final answer is higher than face value. Which one?
Net present value, the both.
Right. So you mean, yeah, it can happen. We will see why. Because which one? Number one?
Both.
Both. Number one is 8.81.
I don't know whether I did it wrong.
No, we will see. We will see. It can, you know, because the price can be more than 100 as well, no? Let's see. See, I gave you this. We will calculate it and see. For the first one, what is the answer you got?
Present value is 55,225,555 and 96 cents.
Yeah, that is correct. Why I am saying, don't worry. Now we have to understand one thing here. Always present value need not be uh, lesser than the lesser than the future value. Why? Now in this sum, you notice now this has a higher coupon. No, this has a higher coupon than the yield, right? Now we will compare this. The earlier one. Earlier one was this is the sum. No, now in this the coupon is 6.85%, right? Yield to maturity is 8.5. So now say suppose just without thinking of this bond calculation and our trade, if we think simply like a normal person who wants to invest in this bond, right? So now he will be getting 6.85 coupon, whereas he has the ability of getting 8.5 in the market, right? You understood? Now the market rate, no, the yield to maturity is the market interest rate. We can simply say the market interest rate is the yield to maturity, current market interest rate. So now by investing in this bond, this person will get only 6.85, right? So will he pay 50 million for this? Will he pay 50 million for this? Because if he pays 50 million, he should get 8.5 yield. But this bond, if he pays 50 million, he will be getting only 6.85, right? So you understand, and do you understand this? Now this 6 point, now these bonds are fixed coupon bonds, no? So if I invest 50 million, right? How do they calculate? Now I buy a bond for face value 50 million, right? I buy a face value 50 million bond today at 6.85 coupon rate. So they will calculate interest at 6.85, no? On 50 million face value, not on the value I pay, right? Not on the value I pay. I can pay 50 million, or I can pay more than 50 million, or I can pay less than 50 million. So now if we are paying less than 50 million, the bond will be at a discounted price, right? Then if we are paying more than 50 million, the bond will be at a premium, right? So I was explaining about a 50 million bond which I am going to purchase at 6.85 coupon rate, right? So now I can now I can invest 50 million. Now now the bond has a face value, right? Face value is a different thing. We are not paying face value to purchase the bond, right? You know that, no? We are paying the price. The price, we have a calculation for the price. So we will be paying the price to buy this, but not, it need not be the face value. It need not be same as the face value. So if you are paying the face value for a bond, then the bond is traded at the par value. We say it's at par, right? So par with the face value. But now here it can be a higher value or it can be a lower value, right? So now I was explaining simply. Now apart from this calculation, now if you happen to purchase this bond, right? If you happen to purchase this bond, you see this bond in the market, right? Don't think of this, all this net present value and all this calculation, right? You have some attributes of the bond and you have market data with you. What is the market data available here? Market data available here is 8.5 yield to maturity, right? So that means if you invest any amount in the market, you get 8.5, right? So if you invest 50 million in the market, you get 8.5% return on that, right? So will you be buying this bond for 50 million in this scenario? Will you be buying? Someone answer me.
No, so it will be at a discount, no?
Yeah, it will be at a discount, because if you buy this bond at, if you pay this bond at now, since yield to maturity is at 8.5, if you pay 50 million to buy this bond, you will be ultimately getting 6.85% only, right? Because the bond interest is calculated on the face value. The coupon interest is calculated on the face value. So you will say, okay, no, look here, market gives me 8.5. Your bond gives me only 6.85. So I don't buy this for 50 million. Give it at a lesser price than 50 million, right? So that is the argument here, lesser price than. So as you said correctly, it is at a discounted price. So we have been going through all this time how to calculate this discounted price, right? But now in our new example, right? Yesterday I gave you 2 examples. Now this one, right? You see it's 50 million. Coupon rate is 13.5 and yield to maturity is 8.81%, right? Now there cannot be two rates in the market, right? There cannot be two rates in the market. Two in the sense, now when we deal, you have 8.8 to 8.83 like that, but there cannot be a huge difference in the market, right? Because this type of situation is called arbitrage, right? So arbitrage opportunity will be negate with the good information inflow, or rather good information flow, right? So now here this bond gives 13.5% interest rate, but yield to maturity is 8.81, right? So what will happen? The seller of this bond will say, okay, look here, my bond has 13.5, whereas you can invest only at 8.81%. So you give me more than 50%, 50 million to buy this. So this is a premium bond. This is a premium bond. Again, this is also a premium bond because coupon interest 11.75 and yield to maturity 9.92. So by looking at this, you can say, you can say the price will be what? Price will be more than 100. So who said that you got this 55 million? What's your name?
Asim.
Yeah, Asim. Now your answer is correct, because this is at ultimately you will be getting a dirty price of 110.4511, right?
I
Did
didn't
you
get.
did
No,
you
so
went up to that level?
No, so I only calculated net percent.
Right. Okay. Now you got net present value of 50 million 225,555,954. Anyone else calculated? Anyone else calculated? Doesn't matter, even if you go wrong, we can know where you went wrong if you tell me the answer you got and the method you calculated. So we can do this sum as well. So how many, okay, everyone should answer now this question, right? How many cash flows are there in this bond? How many? First one, I'm referring to the first one, first question, right? I'm deleting this. So how many cash flows in this?
8, sir.
Sorry?
8.
8. Okay, we will check how many cash flows are there. Now it is 2009 to 2013, right? So 4 years, 8 cash flows, right? So altogether 8 cash flows. Eight cash flows, right? So how many cash flows have already gone, in the sense, or how many cash flows are there in future? Now 2009 to 13, okay, 8 cash flows. Now settlement date is 6/8/2010, no? 6/8/2010. Yeah, 6/8. How many cash flows that we have, we have in future? So what are the 8 cash flows? We will calculate. Now 1 to 2009 means, what is the first one? 1, 8, no? Correct? If I am wrong, tell me. This is first time I am also calculating this. Right? 1/8/2009. And then next one is 1 to 2010, right? In 1/8/2010. 1 to 2011. 1/8/2011, right? One to 2012. 1/8/2012. And then the last one, 1 to 2013. So 8 cash flows, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 cash flows are there, right? Right? So 1, 2, 1, 8, right? Okay, now our settlement date is 6/8, no? 6/8. 6/8/2010. That is August 2010. Where do we go and put that here, right? So all these 3 cash flows have already gone, right? Now we have only 5 cash flows in future, right? Everybody understood? Because our settlement
Yes, sir.
date is, our settlement date is this, right? 6/8. This is the settlement date. So after the settlement date, right, only you need to, now it's somewhere here, no? So we'll put the settlement date somewhere here. You can say settlement date was 6/8/2010, right? Right. So after the settlement date, you get all these cash flows, right? After the settlement date, you get all these 5 cash flows. It is the base of this calculation. This is the base. This is the base, in the sense, this is the essence of it, because you need to know the future value, the present values of these future cash flows. So what are the cash flows? Tell me now. We will go through quickly. What are the cash flow values here? What is the first one value? Calculate someone. The one who has finished can tell. 13.5, ne? Yeah. What is the value? What is the interest? Tell me. 3 million? 3 million?
375,000.
375,000. Right? So likewise, you get all cash flows 3,375,000. What is the last one? What is the last one? 50 million, no? The face value, yeah. 53 million. 53 million. 375,000. Correct? Right? So this is again 3,375,000. It's easy, not very difficult, but you have to get get to know these things very, you should be conversant with few things, then it's easy, right? And you should know how to begin this thing. So you can begin with the cash flows, right? Cash flows. So these are the cash flows, right? So these are the cash flows, and we need to calculate the present value of these future cash flows. That's it. Now in this, I will just calculate the n value, right? And we have to, we should know what is the accrued interest, number of days for accrued interest, and then to calculate the accrued interest, we should know the number of days in the current coupon period. How many number of days are there in the current coupon period? Can you calculate? Can everyone calculate this? It's easy, no? Calculate and see how many number of days are there in the current coupon period. Current coupon period is starting from 1/8/2010 going up to 1/2/2011, right? So we will erase this part. Number of days in right? So number of days in current coupon period, it's from 1/8/2010 to 1/2/2011. 1/2/2011. It's easy. How many months now? Here you have now this bond was issued on 1st, right? 1st of February. So you have August, right? Then you get September, that is for 2010. Then you get October. then November, okay. Then you get December, January, then February. Right. So how many number of days? Tell me. August, how many days? August, how many days you have? Now, 1st to 31st August, no? So, first, no, starting 31 days, right? Because this bond starts accumulating or accruing interest on 1st of August, right? September, you get 30 days. Then October, how many days? You get 31 days. November, how many days? 30 days. December, how many days? 31 days. And January, how many days? 31 days. Now, February 1st, no. So, the coupon will be paid on February 1st. So, you don't have accumulation in February because it is up to 31st December, 31st January. So, we don't have to take that. How many days now here? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 200 and 100 and
84.
84. Right. Good. First time only I heard your voice. Right. Maybe except for good evening and good night, right? Thank you. 184 days. So this is this is the maximum days actually, which can be there in a bond coupon period, because because there are 2 months, close by having 31 days, no, so 184 days, and now February 1, since February has 28 or 29 days, next coupon will be mostly 181. Now here 184 days. Now out of 184 days, how many days have gone now? Now our settlement is 6th August 2010. Our settlement date is 6th August 2010. So how many days have gone? Can someone answer? Number of days, or we can say holding period also, days gone, or we can say holding period, days gone. We can say holding period. Holding period means now that person is holding this bond for this current coupon period, right? Holding period, right? So we holding period in the present coupon, period in current coupon, right? Okay. So how many days? Tell me someone. How many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many days? Don't worry, tell. It's 5 days. Why? Settlement date is 6th August. So up to 5th, the number of up to 5th number of days are 5, and that interest belongs to whom? To the present current holder of the bond, right? Current holder in the sense this in this case we can take as the seller, right? We can take as the seller, right? So so now we know, now we can easily calculate the n. So I will give you 5 minutes, right? Everyone try to calculate this and let me know. the N. N means that is, you know, the N for the broken period. Broken period is now, you know, this first coupon will be paid on 1/2/2011, and our settlement is 6/8/2011. So what happens is, this coupon has to come all the way from 1/2/2011 to 6/8/2010, but it's not one full, you know, semi-annual period, or one full coupon period. It's partly, you know, it's on the high side, but it's part of N, or a portion of N. So what is that? That is in decimal places. What is that? If we consider N for one coupon period, N for one coupon period as 1, right? We consider N for one coupon period as 1. Why we consider N 6 months period? Because our calculation is based on 6 months, right? Because we calculate the coupon 6 months coupon. That 6 months coupon is what? That is the cash flow we will be getting in 6 months. So all others are okay, right? But this particular first coupon will come not in 6 months, but in less days than 6 months, few days less than 6 months, right? So you can let me know the N. You calculate the N, right? So how do you calculate? You get the remaining period and you just divide it by the full coupon, right? Do this, because after the next one we have to, you know, we have to move on to the other areas, because this is somewhat, you know, very important. That is why I'm taking a little more time on this. So after these calculations we have to move on to SLDB calculations, sovereign bond calculation, repo, reverse repo calculations, and also planning to do these RTGS and SSS systems, that is real-time gross settlement and scriptless settlement system, scriptless security settlement system, SSSS, right? And I want to you know, do cover some areas on how it was before scriptless securities and how it was before RTGS and how it operates. Like when we send a message, how will it get affected at central bank side? How it will get affected at the participant sides? So that is those are basically theory, but interesting areas, because long time back we went into these systems. But if you know what is history and how we settle those days the transactions, it is not very comfortable as now, but we were used to it. So that I'm going to cover in next few lessons. So put maximum effort on this, because after doing another one or two sums, or rather this and the next one, I won't be going through sums because it takes a long time as well. But I need you all to understand. So calculate it and let me know the N value. Can have anyone calculated? So you get 5 days. So N will for the broken period is, right, is 184 minus 5, right? Minus 5, no. Why? Because then 5 is already gone. That interest, or that belongs to past. 184 minus 5 divided by sorry, 184 minus 5. N equals 184 minus 5 divided by 184, right? Because if one period equals to 184 days, right? If one period equals to 184 days, you need to calculate the portion of that period for 179 days. Portion of that period for 179 days, right? So basically this equals 179 days divided by 184. It's very simple, right? By now you should be able to get the answer of this. This is 0.972826. 2826, right? 0.972826. Put 0 in. So this is for the broken period. Now it's easy. Now you just put the cash flows. I mean, we can get these cash flows, and now we know the cash flows, right? I'll do it in a slightly different way. So I'll put here the first cash flow, right? N equals this one, N equals 0.972826, 0.972826, right? Then the next one, N equals 1.972826. Then the other one, the third one, N equals 2.972826. Third one, rather the fourth one, N equals 3.972826. The last one, N equals 4.972826, right? So that is how we do this calculation. Now then you can apply the formula into this. So can anyone do this? So rather, since some people have done this, and has anyone arrived at the dirty price? Has anyone arrived at the dirty price? No. You are calculated up to net present value, no?
Net price,
You calculate up to net present value, right?
yes, sir. Dirty price 110.4511.
Yeah, 110.45112, right? That's correct, yeah. So that is the dirty price. That is, now I will skip few steps here for the time being, for the benefit of who has calculated at home, and I will write how. Now say suppose you have got this net present value, how to calculate dirty price. Dirty price. Now this is actually the dirty price you have got, but dirty price for 100, right? We are calculating like that, no? So 55 million. Now by by using the formula, now you have calculated the present values of 95, no, here divide by, so you have calculated the present values of all the cash flows, and then you have added them together and you got 55 million 225 555 95, right? So to get the dirty price for 100, you divide it by 50 million, right? You divide it by 50 million and multiply by 100, right? Multiply by 100. So you get here 110.4511, no? So this is the dirty price of the bond. This is the dirty price of that bond. So what is the accrued interest of this bond? Can everyone calculate accrued interest of this bond? Accrued interest of this bond. So we know now the accrued interest period is 5 days, right? Accrued interest period is 5 days. Accrued interest period is 5 days. So calculate for 5 days interest. It's easy. Try everyone and let me know the answer. I'll give you 5 minutes. Otherwise, no point me doing everything here, because you have to calculate and try, and if you fail, then you will know where you went wrong, right? You can straight away take this without without trying to fine tune the accrued interest. You can calculate the way I did as a to explain theoretical framework, in the sense you take 50 million face value into 13.5 coupon, right? Divided by 2 and then multiply it by 5 and divide it by 184. So that way also you can do it. So I will calculate it and see. Wait, what do we get? Or else you can fine tune it by getting the fraction of the interest. 13. What is the accrued interest? So accrued interest is 5 days interest. So it's 50 million into 13.5%, right, into 5, right, you divide it by, I divide it by I divide it by 184 days, and this whole thing you have to divide by 2, because you want to get the semi-annual coupon, right? So 13.5 is the annual one. Now here we take the annual coupon divided by 2. Then you get the semi-annual coupon. We calculated it, no? 3,375,000, no? 3,375,000. This into 5, right? And 5 divided by 184. So what is the answer you get? You get 3,375,000 into 5 divided by 1. 91,711, right? This is the answer you get. So this is correct, but our answer for in the practical scenario is 91,700. So both answers are correct, but when we do practically, we do it in a different way. We do this part first. 13.5% divided by 2 into 5 divided by 184, right? So that way also we will calculate. I will write here, then it's easier. You first get the answer for 13.5. So 13.5 is actually, we can write it in 0.135, no? 0.135. Then it's easy, into 5. Then you divide this whole thing. Oh, sorry. You divide this whole thing by 2 into 184, right? So this way you will get an answer. You will get an answer. We'll just take the answer. 0.135 into 5 divided by 2 divided by 184. Point what is the answer you got? Did you all calculated it? 9. I got an answer like this. Just check this answer is correct. 135 into 5 divided by 2 divided by 1. I get an answer 0.001834 239, right? 1804239. 834. So as I said, now from this answer, we have to take for how many decimals? We take for 6 decimals. Point then 0.01834, right? This into 50 million. This into 50 million is the accrued interest amount. So we will calculate it and see. 0.001834 into 50 million. The answer is 91,700, right? So both ways you can do, right? Both ways you can do. This first method, it's easy because you get a coupon and you know that coupon is for 184 days. So you want to know the portion of it for 5 days, right? Now you know this 3.375 is for 184 days, right? Now look at this area which I have highlighted. You know 3.375 million is for 184 days and you want to know for 5 days. So you divide 3.375 million by 184 and multiply it by 5. So you get 91,711. But without doing this, without calculating the coupon, what I did in this calculation was I did this part first and get some, the fraction of this coupon, this 5 days coupon fraction in, decimal places. So I take it for 6 decimals and then multiply it by 50 million. So you get 91,700. 91,700. So there's 11 rupee difference. So if you want really to use manual work in day-to-day activities, you can use this. But for the examination purposes, this is also fine, right? Because due to the decimal places adjustment, you get 11 rupees difference in these two answers. So that is the accrued interest calculation, right? So now when you know accrued interest, how do we calculate the clean price? Try to calculate the clean price. Now we can do it in 2 ways, right? Like I explained you. You can do it. You can do exactly the practical way of doing it, or you can do the theoretical. You can adopt the theoretical method as well. So just we will try to do. Right. So now this is what we have got, 91,700, right? So and we know the dirty price is this. So I'll erase this part, right? I'll erase this part as well. So we have 91,700,000. No need of this. So 91,000, right? 91,700. So I will calculate the clean price. So to calculate the clean price, I have to multiply this. I am multiplying this. Multiply this by 50 million, because I need, now I have calculated this accrued interest on 50 million face value, you know, so I have to bring it back to 50 million. So when I multiply it by 50 million, this 110 is for 100 units, right? So this has to be divided by 100, right, to get for 1 unit, right? So 100. So 50 million, we are trying to calculate for 50 million, right? So then what happens is you divide this by 100 and multiply it by 50 million, then you get the dirty price of this bond, right? That is the purchase consideration, the full purchase consideration, which includes the accrued interest as well. 110.4511 into 50 million divided by 100, right? So you get 50 million, 225, 550. Now then 55 million, 225,550, right? So this is the purchase consideration or the dirty price. Now what we have got earlier is 55,225,555 since 95, right? But when we take it for 4 decimals, we divide it by 50 million and multiply it by 100 and take it for 4 decimals, and then do the recalculation. So it will get fine-tuned and get dirty price of 55,225,550. You minus 91,700. That is the accrued interest. So then you get the clean price. Clean price of this bond is, right, this minus 91,700. 55,133,850. 55,133,850. Yeah, 55,133,850. So you can get for 100, clean price for 100 units, because you know in the market you don't when someone asks the clean price of the bond, you don't say for the face value, you know, you calculate for the 100, then that person can easily calculate it for the face value he intends to trade, right? So so it is 110.2677. It is 110.2677. So how do we arrive at that figure? Now this is for 50 million, right? This is for 50 million. So what we do is we take this 55,133,850 figure and divide it by 50 million, divided by 50 million, right? And we have to multiply it by so you can have it on the as the multiplied by 100, right? So this is the calculation, right? So why we divide it by 50 million? Because it's a 50 million face value bond. And why we multiply it by 100? Because we want to quote it for 100 units, like, you know, it's in 100 units. If you get the CDS account, it's in units, actually 100 units. It's not in rupees. So 100 units equals to 110.2677. 0.2677. So there's no issue in getting, now you know there's no issue in getting a higher, higher value as the net present value, right? Higher value as the net present value, because your discount factor, your yield to maturity here is less than the coupon interest rate. So this bond is traded at a, or will be, or was traded at a discounted, at a premium. So it's a premium bond. It was traded at a premium. Premium in the sense it was traded more than 100. So to buy 100 units of this, right, or 100 face value of this bond, you have to pay 110 rupees, right? To buy 100 face value of this bond, you have to buy 110. So if you want to buy 50 million of face value of this, you have to pay, how much do you have to pay? You have to pay the clean price of this bond plus the accrued interest, right? The clean price of this bond plus the accrued interest. The clean price of this bond is 55,133,850. Accrued interest is 91,700, and the total purchase consideration is 55,225,550. So that is the clean price plus the accrued interest, right? So I didn't do this part of calculation, that is I didn't take NP, or rather present value of these cash flows, that you can try out. You have to try out this, then only you will get to know where you get stuck, and then you can clear off the doubts. Otherwise what will happen is, now when we do on the board or do on the screen, you feel like that you easily can do it, but when you apply the data into this, or the information, or rather the details into this formula, what you get is sometimes you stuck here and there. So then if you do it few times, you know how to apply and how to do this. There's only one calculation here, other than applying of attributes of this bond into this formula. Those two calculations are the accrued interest calculation and this n value calculation. So they are also very simple and easy calculations. Only thing, sometimes if you get say so many cash flows, then you have to do it again and again, right? This cash flow present value calculation. But other than that, it's not difficult. So what I suggest is you do this sum. You do the present value calculation of this sum and redo this. Now you have two sums. I will share this presentation what we have done today as well. Then you can redo all these sums and come to the next this thing. I will quickly, I won't take much time. I will do the other calculation as well, the other sum as well, and we have to complete this price calculation by next lesson, right? And I hope to start at least the introduction to the other areas, SLDBs, and also sovereign bonds, repo and reverse repo. Those are the pending things in this slideshow, like in the sense what we have to finish first, then we can go to the other areas, SSSS and RTGS systems. So hope you understood what we did today. And finally, from this lesson, if you have any issues or any questions, can I know them now? Can anyone tell me? Is it difficult? Is it difficult? Someone has to give me a feedback. How was it? But we actually together we did 2 full sums plus 75% of another one. Only part we didn't do in that was the present value calculation of these 5 cash flows, right? So we didn't do that. That you can try out again and come back. Then we can discuss that and also the next sum next time, and then we can move on to the other areas. Please give me your feedback now.
Mangala, I don't think anyone can complain of not
Yeah.
understanding. Everything was very, very simply and very humbly explained. And if anyone had the sense of logic and understanding of simple arithmetic, all would have understood.
Yeah, that's what I try my best actually to go through each and every step of this calculation, and also in different ways, in the different approaches I used. So still there can be sometimes there can be areas which are not really which are not really conversion in the sense like they are not complex actually, but if you haven't done these before, you will find sometimes a bit bit difficult to get into them. And sometimes we after some time, if you are doing these calculations, sometimes we are lazy of doing calculations. No, so the calculations actually you can't read and understand. You have to do. This is nothing big actually, nothing complex.
Yeah,
So
I agree with you. I mean, everything was very simply explained. And I think I also would urge each and everyone to redo the example as explained by Mr. Karunaratne, and then also attempt to the example number 2.
Oh yes.
Which is again the 50 million bond issued on 1st of April 2008, maturing on 1st of April 2014, 6-year bond, where they have 12 cash flows, and the coupon rate is 11.75, and yield to maturity is 9.92. Again, a similar thing should be a bond trading at a premium.
Yeah.
So
bond trading at a premium. Yeah.
Yeah. So therefore, please attempt. You have the weekend as well. Please attempt.
Yeah. Please attempt the earlier ones. First, go through each and every one again and again, and then you can attempt this second one.
Yes. Yes.
So
Okay.
then you will be completing like 4 sums altogether.
Yeah. Then vice thanking Mr. Karunaratne for the very hard, painstaking effort taken in explaining to you. Now, next week, Monday and Tuesday was declared government holidays, right? But it's not a mercantile holiday.
No, Monday is not. Tuesday is a mercantile, no?
No, both 20.
Just get this.
24th and 25th. 24th and 25th were declared government holiday, public holidays, but they are not mercantile holidays. So therefore, the bank will be working. So then I guess money brokers also will be working.
Yeah.
So we will have the class on next Tuesday, 25th.
Yeah.
What time do you want to have, Mangala? 4:30?
Yeah, we will have it on 4:30. If there's any change in the Lanka Settle system closing, we can advance it to maybe 2:30.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So
if they do it. Because today they change the schedule again to 4:30, no?
Yes.
4:15. Yeah.
So all the participants, please be informed that next Tuesday's class also will be taken by Mr. Mangala Karmaratna. And if the Lanka Clear advances the closing time, then we'll have it at 2:30. But if not, the normal working hours, we will have the class at 4:30.
4:30, yes.
Right? Okay. So with that, we'll wind up for today, Mangala, right?
Yeah, we will wind up for today.
So at the last moment, has anyone got any questions, please?
Yeah. My strong request is to do this, and get practice these one. These are very useful calculations. Even if you change your, career, and if you are going into finance area, this is a very useful one. I am actually telling you with my experience. This alone can, take you a long way in your career.
Yes, good understanding of bond calculation is required for now modern days. Even day-to-day life is required.
That's the thing, yeah.
Whatever little money that you may have to invest in bonds or bills or whatever.
So when you are very conversant, as soon as you see a bond, you will know what to do. Actually,
that is true. That is true. And later on in your life, if you want to start on a financial consultancy or whatever, this will be a real handy knowledge for you to possess. Okay. Nilok, is Chandika in?
Sorry, the Chandika?
He's not in your office, either.
No.
Right. Somebody from Chandika's office, Lakshan, yes?
No, sir. No.
He went off.
Yes, sir. He went off. Yes.
Okay, I'll talk to him on the phone. Right. Okay. Thank you, Lakshan.
Yeah, thank you so much. Have a nice weekend. Now you get a.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no, not tomorrow is a working day, but anyways, 2 days at home. No?
Yes. But please try and do the sums.
Yeah, try and do when you have this, free time.
And also attempt the assignment. Complete the assignment, please. Okay, then. Good night.
Good night.